Hello friends, welcome to the Power Book Summaries channel. Have you ever wondered how some people seem to work magic in the stock market, achieving what millions can't even after years of effort? Do they have some secret formula? Can they predict the future? Or is it their thinking, habits, and unique perspective that allow them to turn every opportunity into profit? In the book Market Wizards, author Jack Schwager interviews some of the most successful traders in the world and uncovers the secrets of their lives, insights that most people never get to know. Each interview opens the door to a different world. One trader only trades once a month, but their trades are so solid that they earn profits for years. Another presses buttons hundreds of times a day but always keeps their risk under control. This book teaches us that there isn't just one path to success in the markets. Every individual must find their own way. The first and most important lesson of Market Wizards is this: you must know yourself. You need to understand your own personality. How much risk can you handle? How much patience do you have? How do your emotions react? Only when you truly know yourself can you survive in the world of trading. One trader in the book says, "The market is a mirror. It reflects your weaknesses right back at you. If you're greedy, the market will punish your greed. If you're fearful, the market will take advantage of your fear. That's why the first battle you must win is the one within yourself." In another story, a trader shares that in the beginning, he used to follow every tip shown on the news channels. He traded on every piece of advice and suffered losses. Gradually, he realized that real power comes not from relying on others, but from trusting your own research and system. He built his own strategy, followed it with discipline, and began to consistently make profits. One message is repeated throughout this book: discipline is the key. Even if you gather tons of information, it won't help unless you're disciplined. Controlling your emotions is the most important aspect of trading. Many traders admit that when they traded emotionally, they lost. But when they stayed calm and disciplined, they found real success. A famous trader says that before every trade, he assumes it might go wrong. He decides in advance how much loss he can tolerate, sets a stop loss, and never breaks his rules. He believes a loss is part of trading. A big loss is the result of bad habits. So learning to keep your losses small is crucial. Another trader focused not on making money, but on understanding the market. He studied charts, reviewed historical data, identified patterns, and created a system. Once he was confident that the system worked, he invested real money and earned millions in just a few years. Jack Schwager notes that all successful traders share one common trait: they never fight the market. If a trade is going against them, they exit immediately. They don't think the market is wrong, they accept that the market is always right, and they might be wrong. They acknowledge their mistakes and move on. One trader warns that the most dangerous mindset is, "This time, it has to work." That kind of thinking will destroy you. You must always have a backup plan. If a trade works, great. If not, cut your loss immediately. Market Wizards also teaches that trading is not just a skill, it's a mental game. Just like one bad move in chess can cost you the match, one bad decision in trading can wipe out your account. That's why patience is one of the greatest strengths. Many traders say they spent years just observing the markets without investing money. Then they made small trades, learned from each step, and gradually scaled up. This learning process is what made them successful. The book also shares stories of traders who failed multiple times, but never gave up. One trader lost all his money early on. He was shattered, but used the failure to learn. He asked himself, what went wrong? And never repeated that mistake again. A female trader shares that when she began, everyone told her trading wasn't for women, but she didn't listen. She studied charts, learned technical analysis, and developed her own strategy. Her only focus was to learn and keep learning. Today, she trades millions and trains hundreds of people. One trader says that when he was new to the market, he constantly felt like he was missing out. He tried to catch every move but later realized that it's better to find a few good opportunities rather than chasing everything. Now he trades only once or twice a week, but with solid research and planning. Jack Schwager mentions a trader who would trade only when he felt emotionally neutral. He says, "If I feel too excited about a trade, I don't take it." When the mind is excited, logic disappears. He created a rule: only trade when your mind is calm and your logic is clear. Another inspiring story is of a doctor who left medicine to become a full-time trader. He thought his education and analytical skills would help, but soon realized that emotional control was the biggest weapon in trading. He treated each trade like an experiment, failed often, but kept learning. And now he's among America's top traders. Market Wizards teaches us another powerful lesson. There are no shortcuts in trading. Everyone has to walk their own path. Every strategy is unique. One trader shares that he tried copying other strategies, but none worked. Finally, he created a method that suited his personality. And that's when success began. In trading, there are times when everything looks perfect. Charts are strong. News is positive, yet the market goes in the opposite direction. In such moments, letting go of ego is essential. One trader says, "The biggest obstacle in trading is our ego. We believe we can't be wrong, but the market doesn't care. You must stay humble and admit your mistakes." Another trader focused on long-term trading. He says short-term markets are noisy, but long-term trends reveal the truth. Sometimes, he didn't trade for months, but when he did, the trade was so powerful that it made him a year's worth of profit. Market Wizards keeps reminding us, making money is not as important as protecting your capital. Only the trader who can protect their money can survive in the long run. One trader says, "My first priority is to protect my capital. Profits come later. If I lose my capital, I can't trade again." Another trader started meditating to build mental strength. He says, "Only a calm mind can make the right decisions." Now he meditates before every trading session, understands his emotions, and only then makes a decision. One trader keeps a detailed journal of every trade: what he thought, why he entered, when he exited, and what he learned. By reviewing this journal monthly, he identified his weaknesses and grew into a professional trader. Jack Schwager says all successful traders he met had one thing in common: they never stopped learning. No one claimed to know it all. The most important message of Market Wizards is this: this book isn't just about technicals or finances. It's about mindset. Every successful trader agrees, the real game is in your mind. If you can't control your fear, greed, or anxiety, the market will defeat you every time. One trader shares that when he was in a losing position, he was scared and couldn't close the trade. He kept hoping the market would turn, but it didn't. So, he made a rule: if losses cross a certain limit, close the trade without thinking. This rule saved him from major losses. Another story is of a college student who traded part-time. Initially, he took many trades and lost money. Then he simplified his strategy and now takes only 4 to 5 trades a month. But each trade is based on deep research and discipline. Market Wizards also shows that successful traders don't just understand the market, they understand themselves. They monitor their behavior, emotions, and decisions closely. One trader says, "I work on myself every day. If I don't improve myself, the market won't be my teacher, it will become my enemy." A truly inspiring example is of a man who used to be a gambler. He left gambling behind and entered trading. In the beginning, he made the same mistakes trading without research, rushing, acting emotionally. Then he read books, changed himself, and began to treat trading like a profession. Now, he prepares daily, keeps notes, and trades with great discipline. Jack Schwager shares that some traders focus on just one pattern. One trader only trades the breakout pattern. He says, "I've done this for years and mastered it. I know when it fails and when it's strong." He has earned millions from just this one pattern. Finally, Market Wizards teaches that accepting losses is an art. There's no trader who never loses. But the ones who accept losses and move forward are the ones who truly succeed. The one who grows through losses becomes truly successful. A trader once said, "Don't be afraid of losses, understand them. Every loss teaches something. If you learn from it, it's not a loss, it's an investment." One of the strongest messages in this book is about patience. A successful trader shared that he waited 6 months for a single trade. Every day he watched that stock, but didn't enter until the perfect opportunity came. When it did, he went in with full confidence and made a huge profit. He said, "Trades taken in haste never last." The book also highlights that some traders only trade based on news. They follow reports, company announcements, and global events. One said, "I only trade during major events like interest rate changes or government policy announcements. These moments move the market rapidly. And if you're prepared, they can be highly profitable." Many traders say they learned more from their own mistakes than anything else. One said, "My biggest lesson was the trade where I lost all my capital. That day I promised myself I would never enter a trade without a solid reason. That one mistake transformed him completely." Jack Schwager emphasizes that successful traders are always flexible. They adapt to changing conditions. One trader said, "I never cling to an idea. If the market says something different, I change my mind immediately. I don't fight the market, I flow with it." There's also an inspiring story about a man who started with a small business and eventually moved into trading. For years he didn't earn much, but he never gave up. He kept learning every day. Today, he's among America's top traders. He says, "Success isn't magic, it's the result of consistency." Market Wizards reveals that many successful traders started with regular jobs and gradually transitioned into full-time trading. They never took unnecessary risks. They kept their trades small in the beginning. Only when they became consistently profitable did they quit their jobs. This approach kept them safe and slowly built their confidence. In the end, the book gives a powerful message. There's a trader inside everyone. All it takes is self-discovery, learning, and belief. If you're willing to learn, stay disciplined, and keep improving, you too can become a market wizard. Another strong message from the book is that every successful trader has a unique style. Some rely purely on technical analysis, others on fundamentals. Some sit in front of screens all day, while others trade only once a week. But one thing they all have in common: self-control. One trader said, "Trading changed my life. But to succeed, I had to change myself. I used to make emotional decisions, follow random tips, or exit trades out of fear. But when I decided to become a professional, I started by changing my habits. Now, I only trade within my strategy." Market Wizards teaches that great success is built on small habits. One trader said he wakes up early, meditates, reads market news, reviews his past trades, and then plans for the day. He believes, to be a great trader, you must first become a better person. The book also reveals that many successful traders never took a course or had a formal degree. They were self-taught. They read books, analyzed old charts, and practiced. A female trader said she started with no money and no guidance, but she never gave up. She learned something new every day. Today, she is a highly successful trader and teaches others as well. Jack Schwager's interviews show that a real trader is someone who knows how to move with the market. One trader said, "The market will never move the way you want. If you think the market should follow your plan, you will lose. The market is like a river, you must learn to swim with the flow, not against it." One trader shared that in the beginning, he used to make 20 to 30 trades a day, thinking more trades meant more profit. But most of them were losses. Then he asked himself, am I trading just to stay busy, or because I actually should? That question changed everything. Now, he trades only 2 or 3 times a week, but with deep analysis. Many market wizards' interviews show that trading is a mind game. One person said, when my mind is calm, my trading is smooth. But when I'm facing personal stress, my trading suffers. So he made a rule. If I'm not mentally calm, I don't trade that day. The book also shows that fear and greed are a trader's biggest enemies. One top trader said, greed makes you enter late and exit late. Fear stops you from taking good opportunities. That's why the most important skill is managing your mind. One trader shared something interesting. He said, I never consider myself the master of the market. I always think like a student. Every day, I step into the market to learn something new. This mindset is what teaches me the most. Market Wizards also explains that being wrong doesn't make you a bad trader. It simply means you didn't manage your risk correctly. A trader said, if you're right 6 out of 10 times, and your wins are bigger than your losses, you'll win overall. You don't need to be right every time, just make sure your losses are small. Many traders maintain a trading journal. They write down why they took a trade, what they were thinking, where they entered and exited, and what they learned. This habit helps them improve. One trader said, my journal is my best teacher. The book includes a truly inspiring story of a person who lost all his capital twice. Both times he rushed and traded without rules. But the third time, he promised to follow a system. He took everything seriously. Gradually his portfolio grew. Today, he is considered one of the world's most disciplined traders. Jack Schwager also explains that sometimes taking a break from trading is important. If you're facing continuous losses or feel mentally drained, pause. One trader said, I once stopped trading for 6 months. During that time, I studied and reflected on my past mistakes. When I returned, my success doubled. Market Wizards teaches that a real trader has a long-term perspective. They don't measure themselves by daily or weekly profits, but by how much they grow year after year. One trader said, I only ask myself one question. Am I a better trader this month than I was last month? Jack Schwager also emphasizes one crucial point: rules. Every successful trader has strict rules. These rules protect them from losses and help them succeed in the long run. Staying in the game is key. One experienced trader said, if I deviate even 1% from my rules, the market punishes me. That's why, no matter what, I never break my rules. One trader had a rule: never take more than 2 trades in a day. If both trades end in loss, he stops for the day. He said, the market gives new opportunities every day, so don't try to force a bad day into a good one. Many traders believe the most important thing in trading is to know yourself, your personality, your tolerance, how quickly you make decisions. All these define your trading style. In an interview from Market Wizards, one trader who made quick decisions failed at long-term trades. But when he switched to day trading, he became highly successful. The book also emphasizes that trend following can be a powerful strategy, but that doesn't mean blindly following the crowd. One trader said, following a trend and following the crowd are 2 very different things. Understand the trend, analyze it, and then participate. Only then can you profit. Jack Schwager spoke to traders who strictly followed system-based trading. They set emotions aside and trusted their systems. If a system is profitable in the long run, they said, stick to it. Don't change your mind every time. Market Wizards clearly explains that losses are part of trading. No trader wins all the time. One trader even said, if you're afraid of losing, you're not made for trading. A true master is someone who can bounce back even after a loss. In one interview, a female trader shared how she faced many losses in the beginning. People mocked her, but she didn't give up. She treated each loss as a lesson, improved her methods, and now teaches thousands of people. Another trader shared how one book changed his mindset before he even started trading. He realized trading is not just about money, it's an inner journey, a test of your patience, self-control, and discipline. Many traders also talked about how important it is to take breaks. One said, "Whenever I feel restless or like I'm forcing trades, I step away for 2 to 3 days. This break helps me refocus." Jack Schwager asked a trader, "What was your biggest mistake?" The trader replied, "Thinking I was God. I believed I could never be wrong. But the market taught me a lesson. Now I'm humble and think through every trade." Interestingly, many successful traders had completely different careers before trading: doctors, engineers, teachers. But they all took trading seriously, learned it, practiced, and became professionals. Market Wizards also teaches that before following someone else's style, you must know yourself. One trader followed a mentor blindly but kept failing. Only after developing his own style did he gain confidence. Jack Schwager highlighted that most successful traders specialize in just 1 or 2 markets. One trader said, "I only trade gold and oil because I understand their movement. If you try to trade everything, you may master nothing." One trader had a chart of his rules that he looked at daily. He said, "It's important to remind yourself why you're trading. The market noise can cloud your thinking." The book also teaches, if you trade with ego, you will lose. One trader said, "Whenever I cling to my exit point thinking I'm always right, I often lose." Flexibility is essential in trading. In the final part of Market Wizards, Jack Schwager repeated the core principles that define successful traders. They never take shortcuts, they work hard, think deeply, learn from mistakes, and constantly improve. One trader said, "The market is like a jungle. If you go in unprepared, you'll either get lost or become prey. But if you study the jungle, understand its patterns, it can reward you with treasure." The book emphasizes that real power lies not in knowledge alone, but in applying that knowledge correctly at the right time. Many traders are experts in technical analysis, but when emotions take over, all that knowledge becomes useless. Jack Schwager also asked traders, if you could go back to the beginning, what would you do differently? Most said they would start with discipline, avoid greed and fear, and treat every trade as a process, not a lottery. Market Wizards teaches that there's a thin line between confidence and arrogance. If you think you can beat the market just because of a few good trades, that mindset will drag you down. After every successful trade, ask yourself, did I follow my rules or was I just lucky? A famous trader told Jack, "The most important thing is to protect your capital. Capital preservation should be your first goal. No matter how skilled you are, if you don't have money, you can't trade." The book also includes stories of traders who lost everything, but didn't give up. They started again with small trades, patience, and learning, and eventually rose to the top again. Market Wizards constantly reminds us that there's no one-size-fits-all strategy. Every trader must discover their own method that matches their mindset, personality, and goals. This personal strategy is the real key to success. Through every interview, Jack Schwager shows that knowing yourself is the greatest wisdom in trading. If you can't control your emotions, if you're always in a rush, or always follow others' opinions, trading can hurt you badly. One trader shared a beautiful thought. Trading is not just a way to make money. It has become a path to knowing myself. Every trade reveals my fears, my greed, my insecurities, and overcoming them not only makes me a better trader, but a better person. The book also points out that successful traders are never overconfident. They respect risk, expect lower rewards, and constantly review their systems. Jack Schwager said many top traders never follow the crowd. If they think the crowd is wrong, they're not afraid to go the other way. This courage comes from deep understanding and experience. The final message of Market Wizards is this: trading isn't magic, and it's not a shortcut. It's a mental game where your greatest enemy and your greatest ally is you. If you work in the right direction, Keep learning, don't fear losses, and stick to your rules. You too can become a market wizard. Jack Schwager's book is like a mirror. It shows traders their true selves. And it's also a map, guiding them towards success with patience, discipline, and understanding. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to Top Book Summary so you can watch more amazing videos like this. Hit the bell icon so you're the first to know when we release a new video. Now, a question for you. In your opinion, what is the most important trait to become a successful trader? Discipline, patience, or emotional control? Let us know in the comments below.